we go way back. Both of you have done my radio shows since the 90s. You've always been so giving with your time, and I think it's only right that the city and the Oregon Music Hall of Fame turn around and put you where you belong.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's nice. It's
Ensconced in the hall.
it's utterly permanent.
Ain't going nowhere.
We're not letting you go anywhere.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm just really, this is great. I'm super happy about this, and I'm especially happy for all the support that, all of you've given me, all the community here. Gary has, Gary and I met after a Muddy Awards ceremony years ago. That's how we got together.
November
And-
95.
That's right, November 95, and the rest is history, so we just took our little pony show to the road and off we went.
If I have a motive, fitting the scene of the crime, it would not make the headline news. It feels like I'm serving time.
I love what you're doing in the schools. Tell us about that.
I love the work in the schools. So 5 years ago, my step aerobics teacher came up to me and asked me if I would ever consider doing an artist in residency, and I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. And she said, well, it's where we have different people from the community who are artists in the area come in and teach the students what they know. And I said, well, can we be a little more specific? So I had a meeting with the principal and with the step aerobics teacher who happened to be the PTA president of this elementary school, which was my first experience in Oregon City at Karis. And they told me about what this residency looks like. And it was daunting to think about working with 390 students. I thought, you got to be kidding me. 390 kids. I am not a teacher. How am I going to do this? So the principal then said, I'll give you 2 weeks, you think about it, and then give me your answer. So I thought, oh my God, how do I do this? So I started researching age-appropriate curriculum, but what? And so he called me back 2 days later. He says, you ready to go? And I said, well, I don't know. And he said, how about if you just teach him about blues? And I thought, bingo. The lights went on for me at that point. I thought, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. So from kindergarten to 6th grade, 13 classes within that elementary school. Each class got a little history of blues lesson, the geography, how it all started in this country, how blues evolved into the music they're listening to.
It's really history.
It is very much connecting music and history. What a great way to learn a subject. I wish that I could have had a teacher like that come into my school and make history a lot more alive, bring it alive through music. So that has evolved into a program that I developed called Walking the Timeline Through Music, which starts with pre-Civil War and goes to civil rights. And all the music and all the important significant events that happened during that 150-year period of time, and the composers, and we look at lyrics, and then the students write songs from different eras from their standpoint based on what they've learned, and then perform them in a community performance. When I was a little girl, I used to go in my room and sing, and I had these colored bells, and I had a Jamar piano. And I would sing and play the colored bells and listen to my mother's big band music, Glenn Miller, Tommy Dorsey, Duke Ellington, Count Basie. And I was just inundated with music. And being an only child, you kind of had to figure out what you're going to do to entertain yourself all day. So it was definitely music for me from the very beginning.
Well, I knew I was falling, couldn't help myself if I wanted to. Yeah, you captured me from that moment. Well, you must have put a spell on me.
Well, it's such a joy to have you, Ellen Whyte, be part of this community because look at you shining away.
Well, thank you. And I'm very happy to have my partner in crime here, Garry Meziere.
You're pretty shiny, too.
He's pretty shiny.
You are
Look at us. We got
The shiny creatures. Look at
I got the sequence.
I know
Slam
you
and Bester working
do.
there.
That's really cool.
Very nice.
And it would not be possible without me giving, heartfelt kudos to my husband, John Mullen. I mean, John is part of our songwriting team, and he's going to be here tonight. And I'm very excited that we've had this wonderful marriage and this partnership, and meeting Garry, and the three of us have been just really involved in the community, performing and writing songs and releasing albums, and that's what you do, you know, as an artist. You have to continue to keep your craft going and reinvent yourself all the time, and, you know, we have tons of songs, works in progress, a folder this big, you know, just,
I reckon we know now, after 20 years, it was definitely meant to have happened.
oh, that's for sure.
Pretty obvious,
Yeah.
pretty obvious. Well, thank you both for all you do for the city,
I'm so glad to be here.
and we couldn't think of a better person to add to the Oregon Music Hall of Fame. Ellen Whyte.
Thank you.
Stand my ground, but I don't always feel